Welcome back to another episode of the Peak Signing Agents Podcast, where me, your host, DVO Derek Van Otten, will help you become the best peak notary signing agent you can be. And I want to give my opinion on a question I get asked frequently. And I understand because I also thought about it as well. But it's when you are getting emails from, I guess we'll call them platforms. And if you're not sure what a platform is anywhere that a signing service, mortgage company, title company, escrow company, law firm can go and find notaries to do a job. And that is where notaries, signing agents, can sign up so that they can be contacted by many different signing services, mortgage companies, title companies, etc. Now, there are a ton of free signing services and platforms out there, but there are some that want to charge you. And I see this question asked a lot, and someone's asking, hey, have you heard of this company? Is this company legit? Is this a scam? And so forth. I see this question get asked a lot because they're charging money. They're charging you a $50 enrollment. They're charging you $10, $20 a month. And they guarantee jobs, right? That's kind of their pitch. There's like, we can guarantee you're going to get jobs. All right. And so I get asked this question, or I don't get asked. Well, I have been asked this question. I wouldn't say I get asked this question a lot, but I do see this question a lot in different forums and Facebook and different notary groups. So I do see this question asked a lot, and I have been asked it a few times, but I'll give my 2 cents on it. There's a common phrase that my mentor and my coach, Mark Wheels, has said, and I see a lot of people answer these questions, and the question is, you don't need to pay to play. All right? There's no need to pay to play. You don't need to pay $10 a month. You don't need to pay a $50 enrollment. Now, the original question is, are these companies legit? Are they scams? Are they scams? No. Are they legit? Yes. Can they guarantee jobs? No. And that's where I have a problem with some of these companies. If you run one of these companies, or if you are a member of one of these companies and you find it beneficial, hey, please comment. Go to YouTube and comment. Feel free to reach out to me in every podcast and YouTube channel. I do put my contact information on my social media, and you can DM me. Okay. Let me know if you find it beneficial. Now, I'm not talking about going to Signing Order. That is a free platform, and you are paying an upgraded $3 a month for every zip code that you want to be towards the top of the list. You're paying for a premier status. I'm not talking about that because, in this example I'm giving you, Signing Order is free. It just has an upgraded option, and that does work. As a signing service owner, it does work. I can see if you're paying for Premier, you are at the top of the list, by the way. You're not above the people that I mark preferred. You're not above them, but you still are at the top of the list. So that is legit. I know that's for sure. So if you want to pay for any of that Premier status, that's fine. But that's only a couple bucks a month. So that's totally different than monthly subscriptions, okay? Because I do not think it is worth it. I don't find it necessary. And my biggest gripe, like I said, is they cannot guarantee jobs. Now, if you are running one of these platforms and you disagree with me, please contact me. I like to clear the air on it. But at the moment of me recording this, I stand by my saying, and I've been saying that since day one I've been a signing agent. I feel there is no need to pay for that because they cannot guarantee jobs. You cannot pay for a zip code or for an enrollment to be there, and then you get guaranteed jobs. They can't guarantee that. You never know in your area of who's going to be signing. Again, like I talked about on one of the recent episodes, when a signing agent asked me, do you do signings in my area? Sure, I'll do signings in your area if there's a client in your area. If my title or mortgage company has a borrower or seller in your area, then I'm gonna have signings in that area. Wherever the signers are, that's where we'll be. But can I guarantee that there will be someone there? Again, signing agents will call me up and say, how many signings do you get in my area? Listen, man, I'm not going to pull up my whole spreadsheet and look in your area and see how many. I'm not doing that. So that's another thing. Don't ask me to do that. I don't know. Okay. I don't know the numbers. I'm not a geography teacher either. I don't know all the places, but Again, I'll say this. If a signer is there, we're going to get somebody there. So if you're in that area, you'll be one of the first people I'll contact. I can't guarantee I'm going to have jobs for you. No one can guarantee there's going to be jobs for you. Unless there's like one of my clients says, "Hey, Derek, I've got 10 clients in San Diego, California. Can you get notaries in San Diego, California? I've got 10 jobs for you." Okay, maybe I can guarantee a few jobs in the near future. I can probably do that. But other than that, no. So, don't pay to play is what I'm saying. Do not sign up for these programs. I've had a lot of people call me, a lot of signing agents call me and complain about it too. There's like, "Oh my goodness, I've been paying for this. They promised me they'd have jobs for me and I never got any." Yeah, how can they guarantee jobs for you? It doesn't make sense. All right, now again, if you're brand new and you don't know about it, I understand. And I feel bad if you got bamboozled into one of those. And if these words are harsh, I apologize if you run one of these platforms. But again, if you find that I am mistaken, please contact me and let me know. If you're paying for one of these subscriptions, you find it worthwhile because you're getting lots of jobs, hey, let me know about it. But I have been personally emailed by a lot of different platforms that want me to sign up and pay for their programs. I am not doing it. There's no way. There are a ton of free platforms, and there are plenty of work coming from those platforms, okay? In my opinion, it is not worth paying it. Again, if you want to pay a little extra for a premier status so that you are premiered on a free platform, that's okay. That definitely does work because you'll be at the top of the list. But just a company guaranteeing jobs, I don't see it happening. So, yeah. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about on this episode. But real quick, I want to touch back on last week's episode about signing up with signing services. Because after that episode was released, I got a ton of feedback on it, okay? And what I said is accurate. Let me give you a few examples. I had a lady in West Virginia who messages me every once in a while. Like maybe once a month she messages me just like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm available if you need me. Just a reminder, I'm in this area." You know, I don't know whereabouts in West Virginia that is. I'm not from the East Coast. I'm from the Southwest. So I don't know exactly where that area is, but that's okay. I keep getting her emails once a month or so. Guess what? I had a signing in her area last week. And I called her up and said, "Hey, those emails you send me once a month really work out because guess what? I've got a signing in your area." She was like, "Wonderful, thanks." And I gave her a job. Let me give you another example. I had a couple signing agents said, "Hey, I was just about to reach out to you and I listened to your podcast and I realized that the email I sent you last week, it was very unnecessary for me to give you a list of all the zip codes I work in, wasn't it?" I said, "It sure was. I do not know where any of those zip codes are." So, and she kind of laughed and she's like, "Well, I appreciate the episode." And then I had another signing agent. Okay. I release my episodes every Monday. That's when I try to release them every Mondays. Sunday night I try to release them. Last episode I actually recorded on a Friday. I was in between signings. Okay, it was a Friday. It was I had 2 evening signings, so I had some time in between them, and I did the episode. After, so I did one signing. I pulled over because I had 45 minutes to kill, so I did that episode, and then I went to my other signing. And then I was driving home and I got an email from a signing agent saying, "Hey, I want to sign up with your company." And in the email were 150 recipients. She sent the email to 150 people. This is what I talked about on the last episode, right? And I'm like, "Oh, funny enough, I just recorded an episode about this on my podcast. And I just said, FYI, you just send this to 150 signing services. In the future, you might want to put it in the BCC, blind carbon copy, just in the future reference." I said, "But thank you. I'm like, here's the link to my podcast. And here's the website where you can sign up to be, where you can work with me." And maybe half hour later, she emailed me back, said, "Thank you for that. I just realized that I did email everyone. I actually meant to do BCC, and I got a lot of anger from signing services. And some of them said they're going to blacklist me because of that." And I messaged her back and said, "I think that's ridiculous. Now, I do know that I recognize some of those emails. Some of those emails are my friends. And I do not know who said they're going to blacklist her because of that. And I don't know who. And I didn't ask. I don't want to know. But I just want to say, make sure if you're going to do, copy and paste, and you're going to email a lot of signing services, that's okay. But BCC them. And so that no one's... Here's the reason why we don't want those emails is because I don't want 100 signing services responding, saying reply all, and saying, hey, thanks, or here's what you do, or getting mad at them. I don't want 100 emails from that. Luckily, only 2 people responded and hit the reply all, and I'll talk about that in a second. But, yeah, just a note on that. I'm going to go into more detail in a second here. But two people responded. One was a friend of mine, actually. One of them was a friend of mine. She said, hey, thanks. What's your zip code that you're in? I'll look you up. Simple as that. But, however, my friend did hit reply all, so all 150 people got that response. It was a simple response. That's okay. And then another one, a day later, responded and said, okay, but maybe in the future, why don't you hit BCC? I don't know. Again, it's an email. I don't know the tonality. Sounded like they had a little bit of attitude about it. But I'm sure it's because they're a little angry about it. But on the same note, I'm thinking to myself, if you're angry about this signing agent emailing 150 signing services, why would you hit reply all? Why would you? And if you're a signing service owner, why would you get mad at somebody like that? Now, again, I'm like, oh, please, I hope no one hits reply all and I get 100 responses. I hope no one does that. That's why I don't want you to hit or to send it to... Anyway, I want you to put in the BCC. But why would you get angry? Why would you discredit a signing agent because of that? So I'm talking to my signing service owners on this one right here, or future signing service owners. We don't need to be angry. We don't need to throw a fit and be, I'm better than you, and say, oh, I'm going to blacklist you because of that. That does not show her integrity. That does not show what kind of job she's going to do. She intended to put it in the BCC. She messed up and put it in just the to field. It's not a big deal. I wouldn't... Some of us signing service owners, I'm going to be frank and just say, sometimes we can be very petty. Especially if a signing agent messes up on one of our orders. I get it. We want to give them a bad review. But sometimes they're so small or petty. Like, it was like they forgot an initial. It was an initial on a page that wouldn't have held up funding anyway. It's not like we have to give them a bad mark or a bad review. Sure, we can mention it, but I just think sometimes we get a little too petty. So my signing service owner friends, I just want to say, remember, we were also once signing agents. We also made mistakes, and guess what? We still make mistakes. And is it okay to make mistakes? Sure, it's okay for all of us to make mistakes. It's okay if you make a mistake. Just own up to it. This signing agent that emailed 150 signing services, she was like, I can't believe I did that. And I told her, I said, hey, don't worry about that. Keep hustling, keep grinding, keep putting in the work. Actually, I think I said it, but keep putting in the work. Don't worry about it. I'll still hire you, but keep putting in the work. That means you're working, you're grinding. Hey, you know what? We all make mistakes. If you're out there doing a signing and you mess up, it's okay. Take ownership. Go get it fixed right away. Have some urgency to get it fixed right away. It's okay. We all make mistakes. We're all trying to get better. We're all trying to get work. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same team. Signing agents, signing service owners. We're all in the same team, right? We're trying to serve the signers. We're trying to serve the mortgage, title, real estate agent, lawyer. We're trying to serve everybody. And you know what? Keep doing a good job. I believe you're doing a fantastic job. Keep up the good work. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you watching and listening to my podcast. I appreciate it. Please, if you haven't yet, subscribe, follow, leave a review, share it. It helps the podcast. This is the most consistent notary and signing agent podcast that's out there with the most episodes. Again, I can't believe I'm knocking on the door of 100 episodes coming up. I'm enjoying myself. I'm looking at my list here because I had some notes. I've got a list here, you guys. I have easily in my notes another 100 episodes in me. All right, we're gonna get to as many of these topics as I can. So keep being awesome. I'll catch you next episode. Bye.